Good morning. Oh, okay, it's all right. At 8 p.m. every night. That's every night, Cheryl. I've been doing this from the beginning, is 8 p.m. So if you prefer the 8 p.m. session, it's happening. Although I don't tend to aim that at young children. That's more a chat, and it'll remind you about the... I'm just looking for... I'm going to share this so that other people see it. So can you share it, Cheryl, please? Pretty Polly, please. And I'm going to... Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. What I'm doing is buttons keep getting pressed without... I think maybe my settings are too sensitive. And the live, I can't see the live. Oh, that must be me. That must be the live. Oh. The settings are definitely either way too sensitive or something. When I'm ready to do something, it goes away, it stops. Share, and then I'll be right with you. We're going to, if you get, okay, well, while I'm doing this, while I'm doing this, if you can get a pair of scissors, you don't have to get them, but what you're going to be needing for the week is a pair of scissors, a ruler, a pencil, colouring pens, and what we're going to be making is counters, although the other nice activity that we're going to do is that I've got, very easy for me, about a bunch of, over 100 things in a bowl. Now, one thing you can do is get over 100 things in a bucket. They can be small things, like if you've got young children, get things that they get them to find, don't you find them for them. And the whole point is to engage them in the activity and for them to actually fill a bucket with over 100 things. So part of the activity is to count them. And hi, Irene. Is it Irene? I think it's Irene. Good morning. So get the child, anybody in the family, to fill up a bucket with 100 things. And if you have young children, don't get the older children to count them. Get the older children to help the younger children count them. And a way to do that is counting in tens, and keep it to groups of 10 or groups of 20, whatever level they're at. So the objective is to get everyone involved. These are I'm still working on... Hi! Wladik's here watching. I don't see his name on, but I saw his face. Hi, Wladik. So the objective is I'm still learning, just like everyone has been thrown in at the deep end with this COVID thing. I'm learning how to facilitate groups of family groups rather than specific groups. So I've been getting engagement in the last week. Now, Cheryl that's on, she's got 11-year-old and a 4-year-old, 4. She must be 5 now. She's 5 now. And she's 4. Leah's 5, so she's 4. No, Annabelle's 6, so Holly is 5. That's it. Holly's 5. And so hopefully Cheryl will be joining us during the week, even if it's on the replays. And so the idea, Cheryl has an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old. So the idea is to get activities that they can both do, that they can both benefit from. So that's what I'm working on. I got it eventually. I got it, Cheryl, 5 and 11. I did. I am paying attention. So, right, and this still hasn't... I will get this shared. No. It's not fun. It's not fun for me doing technology and not letting me do it. It's just not letting me do it. So let me do it this way. If it'll let me, and it might not. And if it doesn't, fine. If it does, fine. I've got to give myself 10 more seconds. And if it doesn't work, then just let it go and get on with the exercise. Because I had to go live and bore you to tears. But then I've got to do the sharing. So I'm just going to forget that bit. Right. Hi, Rachala. Okay, so the preparation for next week is You have scissors, have a pencil or pen, have a ruler, have paper, of course. Now this can be used paper, it can be new paper, it can be stuff that's been used before, use the back of. And what we're going to do is, and then the other thing is we want colours, so make it an activity. You can use paints. There's already, if you look further down on the post in the group, there's young Ray. He's already prepared paper. He's painted it, ready to cut it up. You can also, what we want to do is get a box, a bucket, a bowl full of 100 things. Now I'm lucky, I've just got dice and counters, but you might have lots of little teeny weeny dolls, or lots of small things. You don't want to put big things in because then we'll run out of room. So if you can maybe a bucket or a tray, and they need to have over 100 things in it. This is where older children and younger children can work together, but it's really important for Ben, for example, who's 11, to not do it for Holly. So for the older one, not to do it for the younger one, to help them. And it's really interesting. It's the see one, do one, teach one philosophy that if Ben helps, hi Alison, how are you? If Ben helps, the 11-year-old helps the 5-year-old to get more than, it has to be more than, I'm only going to say more than 100 things in a container, but Ben mustn't count it. Ben's got to find a way of helping Holly to count it. So for the 11-year-old to find a way to help the 5-year-old to count it. You learn a lot about numbers, you learn a lot about language, you learn a lot about how to talk and how others learn. And if you learn about how others learn, you learn about how you learn yourself. And one way, by the way, just a little hint, is that if you count in tens, so you get 10 things in a smaller container, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 things in a smaller container, and then get lots of those. And then you can work out how many of those make 100, and you want more than 100. And then just put them all in a big container. We're going to actually play that game during the week. So the preparation, so it's get 100 things, into a container, more than 100 things into a container, into an unbreakable container, preferably if you've got young children, and some paper. It doesn't matter what quality the paper is. What we're going to do is you can either paint it just all one colour before you cut it up, or you can decorate it. You can use pencils or markers, and essentially once it's decorated, or you can decorate it afterwards. What we're going to do is the internet's not very good, unfortunately, this morning. Talk about it, and this is a nice one though. This is a nice one for a 6-7-year-old. Half of 10 is 5. They'll be able to work that out. And then what's half of 5, and is that a whole number? And can we just cut along that line and have whole numbers? So, but having said that, we actually want more than 10, more than 100. So we're actually going to just draw some lines. But we've got to draw lines where, let's see, we're going to count the lines. 1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way, these lines don't have to be perfect. They're not going to be perfect if young people are drawing them. And grown-ups, don't be attached to everything having to be perfect. It's actually really important. My grandson has got into the habit of saying, "Mummy, do it," because he doesn't draw perfect lines, and he gets discouraged if he doesn't draw perfect lines. He's 5. So the way we learn is by doing, and the more you do it, the better you get. So he's learnt 2 words. Grandma keeps repeating, perseverance and determination. And he's actually starting to own those words. I said, you've got perseverance and determination, and now he's coming up with them on his own. And he can't say them properly, but that's fine. I go, yeah, you are. You've got perseverance and determination. And so he's not, and Daddy and Mummy are talking about mistakes and how you learn from them and things. And that is really helping. So these lines do not have to be perfect. They don't all have to be perfectly straight. It's okay if we go wrong, and it's okay if we draw them by hand. Now, how many have we got? 1, 2, now I'm going to count them in. You can count them in 1 for little ones. And the 11-year-old or the 8-year-old can help the little one go 1, 2, 3. Even just counting 1 to 10 accurately. And that's another thing that can happen with the little ones. They'll go 1, you'll go 1, 2, and they'll just keep counting. they don't actually have, they're not associating the next number with the next thing they're counting. They're just counting. So make sure we're careful counting. We're counting what we see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or if you've got older children, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, look, we've got more than 10. Well, you know what? Let's get lots of counters. We've fit loads in this, a nice fat one at the end just for fun. Now, no, I'm afraid, no, OCD is not going to allow me to do, oh dear, see, I'm not going to allow myself to do that. You know what? Do what you preach. Do what you preach. Allow yourself to have 2 big fat ones at the end. There we go. Now, we've got to cut these into bits. So again, we're going to, you can make it, now this time we can just make it 10. So let's do that exercise. We've got halfway. And now these have to be split into 5, so we can't go halfway. So we have to go slightly before and slightly after. Or you can measure them out. You can do some measuring. Measuring's good. So we've got, split this into 5. Well, that's about 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, if we do every 2 centimetres-ish, that will give us 10. It's approximate. This is nothing precise about this. If you want to make it precise, if your learner wants to make it precise, that's up to them. But please don't force preciseness on young, especially young children, or even an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old who's at their own level. Let them learn and grow and be stretched past their own level, not to be expected to be at yours. Being at yours is, you'll find some 8-year-olds that are really precise and some 12-year-olds where everything looks really random. Everyone is at their own level, and the important thing, and this is the beautiful thing about this time that we've got at the moment, is that now we're going to start cutting. I'm going to take 3 sheets of paper at once. So I'm going to have oodles of bits of paper come tomorrow morning. The idea is we're preparing for an activity that we're going to be doing during the week. And there's loads and loads and loads of maths in what we've just done. Just loads. Just creating that, and if the younger children, allow them to do as much as you possibly can, and older children, just get them to make this and work it out for themselves. And what you need, if you have 10 long rows, columns, let's say 10 long columns, and it doesn't matter how many, as long as you have more than 10 of the rows. And we're now going to cut. So we're going to, now this is my way of being efficient. If you find another way, I've got 3 sheets of paper here. If you find now this, can you see why I said decorate it before? Once you've cut it up, in order to decorate all the individual, in fact, actually, I'm going to pause there, because if you want to decorate each individual one to be something in particular, it's better to do it before you start cutting it up. So rewind there a bit. So we're going to do a heart here. That's me. I like hearts. I'm going to do a broom broom car. 4 wheels. Look at that. Look at me. I'm making a heart pink. Well, okay, fair enough. That's blood. But I'm making a blue car. Having said that, blue is my absolute favourite colour. Electric blue is my absolute favourite colour. When I eventually get myself, I've got to have a particular car in mind I want to get, and I want it to be electric blue. Orange, I like orange. What am I going to make? Oh, I like geometric shapes. I'm particularly fond of geometric shapes. So I'm going to make a hexagon. Boing, 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 boing. And let's see. Oh, can do just think of loads of things. You can put numbers on them, and the number might not match where they're going to go in what we're doing, but you can put patterns on them. You can make sequential patterns, so you can start off at one end and go, okay, one line, and the next one has got, we could make a pattern, a line and a dot, and the next one can be a line and a dot and a line, and the next one can be a line and a dot and a line and a dot. You can each create a pattern and take it across the So that's a very simple pattern. But you could take this as an opportunity. That's one of the things we will be doing is creating patterns and making family challenges to actually, for other people to work out what the pattern is. So here's another one. There's a pattern. I'm going to go here, and then there, and then there, and then there, and then there, and then there. That's not exactly a pattern, but it's following. You can predict what the next one's going to look like. That's the essence of it. But it's not an accumulating pattern. Maybe it is a pattern. Maybe I said that wrong. It's all good. I'm learning how to do this. I've been thrown in at the deep end just like you have, so I'm learning how to help you help your children. So decorate the whole thing if you want to do it that way. If you've already painted it beforehand, great. And then oh, there we go. Seem to have technology problems this morning. And I'm deliberately not cutting to the end so that it makes it that little bit easier to, and yet again, this doesn't have to be very precise. It's not about the accuracy of the bits of paper. It's about having lots of bits of paper. Right, now, this is why I haven't cut it all the way to the end. Now into a container, we can now cut all the pieces. You can cut them onto the table or onto a tray. And we now have individual squares, which we are going to use during the week to do activities. And I'll be creating a YouTube to refer other people to as they join us, that you can refer them to. So if you're going to come and join us, so every morning at 9, every evening at 8, and you can now go through and cut the little squares into your container. There we go, and keep going. That's it. That's the preparation for tomorrow. So that's every morning, this week, every morning at 9 UK time. We're going to do a live on YouTube every morning at 10 on YouTube, and every evening at 8. Now that could be changing, the 8, but we haven't changed it yet. I did do a poll, and if you want to change it, if you can go find the poll and vote for preferred times. One of the reasons why I chose 8 in the evening is that there are people, which way? West of here, basically in the Americas, north and south, that would benefit from later times, and then I do the other way around. Yeah, no, and this 9 o'clock in the morning helps those east of here. So, and then 10 in the morning is for the UK. It's been generally requested that at 9 o'clock a bit. There's Joe Wicks. There's just Joe Wicks. Everyone's either doing their exercises or they're asleep at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow morning at 9 or 10 on YouTube, or 8 o'clock in the evening here again on Making Maths Fun for Kids of all ages. Thank you for joining me. And tell everybody, share, please. Tell everybody about it. And I look forward to seeing you in the... Oh, and the YouTube, by the way, it's Bubbly Maths. It's called Bubbly Maths. The channel is Bubbly Maths. And there's also, we do maths toys, and we do have resources for parents, and that's been organised by AIMSEC, by my friend Tony Beard, and the website's called Aiming High, and there'll be links to activities on Aiming High, things that you can actually print out or just look at, and it's got great questions for you, it's got activities for you, and they're all good mathematical, it's all about learning good mathematics, having a solid foundation ready for being when you're more further on in your school career and career in life. Okay, enough waffle. See you later. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning UK. 10 on YouTube. Share, please, and see you there. Thank you.